Alright, I'm sure that you didn't know this about Denmark. Most people visiting Denmark are drawn to its famous landmarks, the colorful streets of Nyhavn, the fairy tale castles of North Zealand, or the bustling energy of Copenhagen. But few know that hidden far out in the Baltic Sea lies a tiny island that time seems to have forgotten. This is Christiansø, a remote, windswept gem that remains one of Denmark's best-kept secrets. Christiansø is part of a small archipelago, which also includes the island of Frederiksø and a handful of rocky islets. Located about 18 kilometers northeast of the better-known island of Bornholm, Christiansø is Denmark's easternmost point. Despite its small size, just 22 hectares, it's steeped in rich history, untouched nature, and an atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the country. The island was named after King Christian V, who established it as a naval fortress in 1684. At the time, Denmark was a maritime power in constant competition with Sweden and other European nations. Christiansø's strategic position made it the perfect outpost for defending Danish interests in the Baltic Sea. Fortifications, watchtowers, and thick stone walls were built, many of which still stand today, remarkably well preserved after more than 300 years. Today, they provide breathtaking views of the sea and the nearby islands, offering visitors a chance to step into the past while surrounded by natural beauty. Despite its military beginnings, Christiansø is anything but harsh. The island's wild beauty is quietly enchanting. With no cars and very few residents, around 90 people live here year-round. Peace reigns supreme. The air is crisp and salty, and the sound of crashing waves is often the only noise you'll hear. Seabirds nest on the cliffs, and the island is a sanctuary for wildlife, particularly the gray seal, which can often be spotted sunning itself on the rocks nearby. Tourism on Christiansø is minimal, and that's part of its charm. There are no fancy hotels or fast food chains here. Instead, visitors find cozy guest houses, a small inn, and a cafe serving simple Danish fare. The island is a paradise for walkers and nature lovers. With no cars and limited infrastructure, the only way to explore is on foot. Trails wind through historic ruins, around coastal cliffs, and across open fields of wildflowers in the summer months. One of the highlights of visiting Christiansø is exploring the original fortress buildings. The massive round tower once housed soldiers and cannons. Across a narrow footbridge lies Frederiksø, Christiansø's sister island, which is even smaller and home to more historic structures. Getting to Christiansø requires a bit of effort, and that's part of what keeps it hidden. Boats depart daily from Bornholm, with the journey taking about an hour. The ride itself is an experience, cutting through the waves with seabirds soaring overhead and nothing but the sea stretching to the horizon. Upon arrival, you're met not by crowds, but by open sky, salt air, and a feeling that you've landed somewhere completely untouched. So if you're planning a trip to Denmark and want to discover a place that even many Danes have never visited, consider setting your compass east, past the usual tourist routes, past the buzzing cities and summer beaches, all the way out to the quiet edges of the Baltic Sea. There, on a rocky outcrop, surrounded by waves and history, you'll find Christiansø, a forgotten island, a hidden treasure, a place where time stands still. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel.